Hiya, it's me again. I thought I'd just show you the end product of my attempt at making a pennant or flag holder for my Triumph. This was the first job on the lathe. I think I've shown you the top, which I turned on the lathe, where I drilled it, threaded it, found the piece of brass rod which I threaded both ends, and there it is in all its glory. I made the bracket out of a piece of Dexian shelving, so that cost me nothing. So a nice little job really. I'm quite pleased with it, and that's the only job I could find on the lathe at the moment, but I've got some work to do on my Meteor. I'm not sure if I've shown you that before. It's the 500 twin, the Meteor Miner. I brought it as a complete wreck. I've rebuilt it, resprayed it, and it rides really nicely. The only thing is, I can't get the battery to charge. So I'm taking it tomorrow round to a friend, and we're going to have a look at it. See if we can figure whether it's my wiring or I need to replace the alternator. But that's all I've got to do in the shed. I've had a morning off today, and I went up to a place called Painshill Park, which is a magnificent garden, or estate should I say, that a Charles Hamilton built back in the 1740s, and rather nice. And I've recorded a few images, so if you want to keep watching, you'll see some of the things that I saw. Okay, see you soon. Bye for now. Well, here we are at Painshill. A day off from the motorcycles and volunteering and everything else. Never been to Painshill before. We thought we've passed it many times and not bothered to come and have a look, and it's quite amazing. We're in a Gothic tower at the moment. You can see the roof. It's slowly being restored to how it was built many years ago by a chap called Hamilton. But I'll show you some views in case you're thinking of coming here yourself. But a lovely walk, 2.5 mile walk with all these different vistas. So if we come round and look the other way, you can see, or perhaps can't see, there's a statue down the other end of what they call the Great Lawn. But there we have our first vista. Here we have another vista of Painshill. This weird bridge affair. Another view, different part of the lake. Another folly, the Turkish tent. The view from inside the Turkish tent. Another folly. the view from the temple, looking down towards Sussex. You wouldn't believe really that we are just a quarter of a mile from the M25 and the A3, but it is leafy Surrey. The Gothic Tower. All of this was built in the 18th century by this Charles Hamilton, and this is lovely except for this. What a shame. I suppose modern living, we have to have the power, don't we? But ruins the view really. But there we are. And here we have the Hermitage, middle of the woods. Apparently Charles Hamilton was going to spend some time here, but he was seen in the local pub within a day. Inside the Hermitage, it wasn't Charles Hamilton that was going to be a hermit. He paid somebody, but as I said, he was very quickly seen in the local pub.